The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, Part 8, The Cloak of Immortality and the Everlasting Christmas. What do you think, my friends? Could one Christmas night be the very last? Santa Claus had lived through many years, filled with joy, gifts, and children's laughter. We watched him grow from a helpless child in the arms of the forest nymph Nessie into a man known throughout the whole world. But today, it was as if the entire world paused for a moment. For the time had come when even the kindest sleigh might set off of its final journey. And what I'm about to tell you today changed Christmas forever. That very evening, the great Ag summoned all the immortals of the world to meet him in the forest of Burzee. Never before had a council of all immortals been called, and certainly never for the sake of a single man. When they had all gathered, Ag, the master of the forest, rose and stepped before them, ready to speak words that could change the world forever. Ag told all the immortals the story of Claus, from the moment he was adopted as a child by Nessie, and how his entire life had been filled with generosity, kindness, and a tireless wish to make children happy. And now, said Ag, when he has gained the love of the whole world, the spirit of death hovers above him. No mortal deserves immortality more than this man, who has devoted his entire life to serving children. Tell me, who is more worthy of immortality than Claus? The circle of immortals listened in silence, nodding in thoughtful agreement. At last, the king of the wind sprites cried out, "What do you ask of us, Ag?" "Let us grant Claus the Cloak of Immortality," Ag answered boldly. Ag's request astonished all the immortals. They looked at one another in amazement, and then with unease. To give the Cloak of Immortality to a mortal was something that had never happened before. The queen of the water spirits spoke in soft, clear voice. "There is only one Cloak of Immortality in the entire world." The king of the sprites added, "It has existed since the beginning, and no mortal has ever dared to ask for it. Only a vote of all the immortals can grant the cloak to a mortal." "I know all of this," Ag replied calmly and continued. "Yet the cloak exists because the highest master knew it would one day be needed. Until now, no mortal has ever deserved it. But who among you would dare deny that good Claus does? Will you not support granting the cloak to Claus?" The immortals fell silent. Their gazes met, each one hesitating. "What is the Cloak of Immortality for, if no one ever wears it?" Ag went on. "What good would it do any of us if it remained hidden forever?" "Enough!" cried the Gnome King. "We shall vote, yes or no. As for me, the answer is clear, yes." One by one, the immortals rose and cast their votes of yes. The Fairy Queen, the King of the Reals, the King of the Nooks, the King of the White Sprites, the King of the Sleeping Fairies, the queen of the water spirits, the elves and the nymphs, all were in agreement. At last, Ag cried out joyfully, "All have voted yes. The Cloak of Immortality shall belong to our dear Claus. Let us bring it at once," he said. "We must hurry." All the immortals nodded, and the meadow was soon emptied. Between heaven and earth appeared a radiant sarcophagus of gold and platinum, lit by the gentle glow of thousands of gemstones. There hung the Cloak of Immortality. Each immortal laid a hand upon its hem, and together they spoke with one voice. "We grant this cloak to Claus, the patron of children." The cloak was released at once, and it was carried to Klaus's home in the Laughing Valley. The spirit of death was already crouching beside Klaus's bed, but when it saw the immortals bearing the cloak, it withdrew and departed forever. The immortals laid a cloak upon Claus. It wrapped itself around him, blended with his body, and became a part of his very being, forever untouchable by mortal or immortal alike. The next day Santa Claus awoke in his familiar room, though he had feared he would never see it again. His eyes shone with wonder and joy. He felt his strength restored, and he leapt from his bed, still not fully understanding how his youthful vigor had returned to him. His beard remained snow-white, and the wrinkles at the corners of his eyes only emphasized his wisdom and kindness. Humming contentedly, he set to work making new toys. Soon Ag arrived and told him about the Cloak of Immortality, how Claus had earned immortality through his endless love for children. Claus paused for a moment, deeply moved by this honor. Yet his heart was filled with great joy. He would never again have to be separated from those he loved. At once he began preparing more toys than ever before. Now that immortality was assured, he resolved that no child, rich or poor, would ever be without a Christmas gift. And so Santa Claus became forever the patron of children, a teacher of joy, love and generosity. His story reminds us that the greatest power of all is the love and kindness we share with others, and that each of us can change the world when we act with our heart. With love, your Panda Millie.